Hello and welcome to the fourth installment of Surry Heals Live. My name is Rob. Yes, four. We've done it 4 times. All right. Woo, woo, woo. We are in the JJ Splice bunker, and we have an epic show for you tonight, wherever you are in the world, if it's nighttime or daytime. We have a brand new single from Auzins to give to you for the first time. It's a premiere. We have Ruben Neeson playing some sweet country tunes for you. We have Mann phoning in live all the way from Berlin for some soul, which is going to be fantastic. Actually, I think, Dean, do we have Ray on the line now?
Yes, we do.
Let's have a chat to Dean now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Surry Hills Live. I'm so excited about today's show, and we're so excited to have Mann coming to us all the way from Berlin. How are you, Ray?
I'm good, thanks, Dean. How are you?
You know what? I'm not doing too bad. I mean, considering for lockdown, there are worse ways to spend lockdown than with a very small number of close friends and housemates appropriately socially distancing in a Surry Hills basement. How about you? How's lockdown in Berlin treating you?
Look, I know for me personally, I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm a bit of a homebody generally, and I'm sort of used to working from home. I'm pretty project based normally, but I'm more trying to sort of keep aware of some friends of mine who maybe struggle with it a little bit more, or for whom it's not such a novel thing. Sorry, no pun intended, but yeah. So
yeah. It's important, isn't it, to sort of look out for friends and reach out to them and call them once in a while and just make sure everyone's doing okay. That's a really, really crucial thing.
Mm.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm so excited.
And especially friends that... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, especially the friends that you don't think of immediately, because usually, in my experience, they're the ones that tend to be the more extroverted and the more outgoing. So far, those friends of mine seem to be the ones that are, struggling with it the most. So I sort of have to sort of remember to sort of reach out to them, and really appreciate it when people think of you out of the blue as well, which is really lovely.
I agree. I would put myself in that extroverted category, and my kind of instinctual response is let's put on a show, let's put on a live stream. So talking of which, we're so excited to have your set later on. Thanks so much. It's an amazing miracle of technology that we have you all the way from Berlin. This is truly, truly special. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to say thank you again, Ray. So excited for the set later on. I can see you've got a pretty awesome looking camera there. This is going to look and sound fantastic, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, so hopefully it works out really well and it looks and sounds great for you guys at your end.
Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. We'll see you in about an hour or so, so don't go anywhere. Looks like a nice day in Berlin. We'll catch you later, Ray. Meanwhile, we are so excited to welcome to the mini little stage, we have Auzins in the house, and take it away, August.
Woo! Yeah!
Tiles, we talk for miles, we move throughout dark city. Pity, 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 but love somehow lives. Pity, 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 I want to taste you again. Cold in March, deep shadows lodge. The chill makes you more pretty. We lock pills, they let us say anything. Transparency is a delicacy. 23. You're gorgeous, unbearably, and nothing's as bright as that. No song could be as bright as that. I see you all in a dream. Way blue eyes gleam like two curious mirrors, reflecting someone I don't want you to see. And again, I kiss your lovely mouth. What a different body in a different town. I didn't know loss was a given. Now it's the only thing I know for sure. I wear this truth in a blood-stained suit with bliss tears dripping down my jaw. Trouble, 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 I destroy the fragile flower. Joy in this transience, it's my woeful secret power. Extract all essence from the maddening streets off for one delirious week, and say goodnight to an Indian summer with gorgeous written on my cheek. Again, I kiss your fucking ring. Again and again, my lips are starting to sting. Well, I see you, 23, gorgeous, unbearably, and nothing's as bright as that. No line could be as bright as that. See you in a dream. Your grey blue eyes meet like two curious mirrors, reflecting someone I don't want you to see. And again, I'll kiss your lovely mouth on a different body in a different town. I'm frozen, feeling all of it, everything. Tornado trapped in a statue. I'm all of it, feeling, longing, meaning. Better know I'm staring straight past you. Confession in a vacuum. Don't respond to me. Hell is this pleasure, can neither end nor simply be. Thank you. Different flesh, cement, and sky blue eyes. Well, I'm pointing my praise blame like a soldier. Well, I'm laying my lost disgust like a bouquet of white and black flowers. Now I move towards you. With the grace of one who has forgotten the word escape. The half-baked disgrace of one who's forgotten the word boo, boo. So I screech against my strings with its bow, and fingers cold as snow. The melting parade dissolves in bells, makes ashes of idols. When a lake of star-white flame, there's no point to you at all. Yet I'm furious with love. In the midnight street, my full voice croons above. Hideous face of my idealized metropolis, symbolic center of all things false and self-certain. Yet I miss the sound of 1,000 voices, the staccato choir, drums as one. Everyone here that knows has some men in their mouth. Everyone here that speaks, their words dissolve in all sound. So I screech against my strings with its bow. Oh, when fingers cold as snow, the melting parade, it dissolves in bells, makes ashes of idols. In a lake of star-white flame, there's no point to you at all. But I'm furious with love. In the midnight street, my small voice croons above. Thank you.
I think I saw a Caitlin Harnett on one of those comments there.
Oh yeah?
Saying g'day.
G'day, Caitlin. This one's a pretty new one. Hope I remember the words. Might give that a tune.
Any comments there? Anyone chipped in for a bit of a banter? We did see Caitlin before. I think I saw someone else saying sounded
Love it,
beautiful.
Hunter. Thank you, Natalie.
Natalie, thanks Natalie.
That is my step auntie.
Cool.
Yep.
Hi Natalie. Thanks for tuning in. That's it.
7 years is half a life. I see you on a park bench in early autumn. Here's 7 years is a cycle. Return to your streets in the early morning. 7 years, it's just enough time. See, nothing turned out how I wanted it. I wanted to live on your balcony and just ride. But you were right, that's fucking boring. Funny boy, where'd you go? She only likes us when we're laughing. Funny boy, where are you? Erskineville, it's always raining. Oh. 7 years, I'm singing well dressed. I only want to entertain you. I'm poorly adjusted and obsessive. I don't want to own you. 7 years. Do you remember? That's alright, me neither. My passion keeps the vision within. Makes me feel like I'm rising. Funny boy, where'd you go? Us when we're dancing. Funny boy, where are you? Lord knows I can be disgusting. Funny boy, where'd you go? She only likes us when we're shining. Funny boy, where are you? I thought she'd like me if I quit riding.
Cracker. That's a great song. Any of those comments come up?
Yeah, let's talk about some comments, dudes.
How you enjoying that beer, by the way? Is it? Do you need another beer?
Oh, it's fucking great. Yeah.
You need another one? Okay, I'll get you one next song.
Are you referring to the Hawks?
More of the pale.
Delicious Hawks.
The delicious Hawks. We love the Hawks. I'm on the I'm driving tonight, so I'm on the underdog, the mid-strength, and it's delicious. I always go for the underdog.
Hey, tell us about the GoFundMe.
So this is our fourth instalment of Surry Hills Live, and we have enough funding from the City of Sydney. They were so gracious in allowing us to pivot a bit of funding that we had for live shows into live streaming. But our funding is going to run out next week, so we have put together a GoFundMe campaign. So if you're enjoying this stream, or if you know other people that would enjoy the continuation of live music into your living rooms or bedrooms or bathrooms or wherever it is you are watching, then get on this GoFundMe, tell your friends about it. Price of admission, we're thinking is about the price of a beer, a sort of craft beer. You're able to $15, $20 at a gastro pub in town. No, $5. That's great. We'd love that. If a few thousand people did that, we could do this for the entire crisis and give artists a bunch of money to play and continue playing. So yeah, jump on it. You ready? You ready, August?
Yeah.
Another one?
All good.
Let's get back to August Auzins. I'm loving this.
It's one I usually do with my band. Shout outs to Pat and Johnny. Writing a story, set on one endless day, about 1,000 strange people, they're swapping pleasure, swapping pain, in a town fit for bursting. It's a beast of a place. If you're always perched on leaving, what force makes you stay? Down, meet Mary. She's gorgeous, laughing in a graveyard. And a boy, sweet Thomas, he's lost and crying in a stairwell. Why try? It's just a book. You'll take your time in this drama. Why try? Well, it's not real. You might as well shine in this drum. Well, I've been writing a story. Well, I've been writing all day. Family of brothers never seem to find their way. And though they speak like poets, can't seem to rise from the gutter. Though they preach like Buddhas, can't keep their heads to each other. They fight. Water in this desert. They strive because they dead. Someone is fair to spend the lines on my page. They drink in greedy gulps. I tip my hat to the drunken few. Writing a story about a man with a broken back. Yeah, it's a boring unfolding, watching him try to stay on track. 'Cause he was born with fish hooks and a sinker in his brain. Oh, what force pulls us down? What force stops him from drowning? Why pull if you could
In what? In the guitar?
Yeah, on the guitar.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah, another.
Cool, let's hear it. What's this song?
I haven't named it. I probably should.
Let's do that now.
It's a kinky
Comments. What's the name of the song after the song?
Yeah, go on.
Huh? Let's put it out. Put it out to the world.
Maybe I
Do you
should
want to
call
tell
it
what's it about?
Fuck, it's a terrible question with my songs. They're a bit vague.
That's all right.
It's about...
I hate that question too.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Yeah, don't
See
worry.
what you think.
But let's see what everyone else thinks, and maybe we can find out a name for this song. Yeah.
I had a dream, held a small glass city that hung like a soul, that glittered white light. And I was the boy, your baffled protector. You're a fragile thing, echoes and wind, because life's a game. Well, I'll save you, I'll give you one of my life. Oh, I have many, because life's a joke. Rendezvous, I love you, at least that's true. Frantic effort to cheer this place up, I break my neck, and I upset the gods, so now I live alone in your head. I couldn't leave you if I wanted, I should adore the calligraphy. Body, soul and hair swept every which way, yeah, I think I'll stay. I'll walk into you, I'll worship your eyes, I'll worship the moon, yes, I am a ghost, because I'm unknown. I'll make you feel strange with my unfazed gaze, frozen amaze. Let's raise a glass, let's drop it on the floor. Let nobody say what for, 'cause I'm a blow. I'll break your heart, my only explanation, a twisted love. In a frantic effort to cheer this place up, I'll break my neck, and I upset the gods, so now I live alone in your head. I couldn't leave it if I wanted, I adore the calligraphy. Body, soul and hair swept every which way, yeah, I think I'll stay. So give the choice, you give the choice.
I'll do one more. This one's the single I'm going to release next Wednesday.
Cool. Tell us about that.
I'm not sure how it's going to translate on acoustic. It's usually done with a band, but it's called Private Hell.
It's an uplifting song.
Yes, very uplifting.
Great.
All my music is.
Is it? When did you write it?
I actually wrote it a while ago, maybe last July, and we recorded it in Katoomba. Then I got a bit frigid with it and just held on to it for about 6 months, but I'm just going to fucking release it.
You think right in the moment, it's appropriate, private hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
It's the
isolation.
time.
Cool. Private hell. And where can we download it? Where can we find it next week?
So it'll be on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, everything. Yeah.
Is a video for it?
No, I haven't done a video.
Okay.
That is something I want to do.
You're getting a video now.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool, man. Let's hear it.
Rust rains on the blue and silver city. Release. She roars. Scaffold applause. Light, nor moon, nor sun feels any remorse. So I live large to gorge my misery and its cold. You can't hide in a city of transparent walls. You can have a thesaurus of sorts, but you can't say anything at all. Can you meet me where the garden starts to burn? The mist of butterflies in cylinders of shade. Hey, hey. Where the static roars like the coming of a wave. Hey, hey. Where my son stupid sings the clear beauty of a dawn. Adorned, adored, he's still piss poor. Yeah, yeah. He's still piss poor. Yeah, yeah. Love, it means never having to say you are sorry. This doesn't mean
anything, it seems, when we're so far from honesty. Oh, oh. Still bliss hangs from my mealy mouth more. My spit shines on your steely southpaw. Oh. Can you meet me where the feeling starts to turn? Oh, oh. In a mist of butterflies in cylinders of shade. Hey, hey. Where the static roars like the coming of a wave. When my dear daughter sleeps at the bottom of her well, her well, her well, her private hell. Yeah, yeah. Her private hell. Yeah, yeah.
Ew!
Thank you. That's my set, I think.
Is that your set? That was amazing.
Are we over half? Are we in half now?
We've done, yeah, that's almost 40 minutes.
Okay.
Well done. Great set. I love that song. Where can we get it again? Private Hell,
Private Hell will be released on Devon County next Wednesday.
Devon
It'll be
County,
available on all platforms.
all platforms. There you go. August Auzins.
Okay.
Woo! Thank you. Well done, mate. This is the time where we are going to thank our sponsors, City of Sydney, namely. Thank you for allowing us to do this and for that pivot of funding. Surry Hills Creative Precinct and JJ Splice for putting this on. Hawke's Brewery for providing the refreshments, the very tasty refreshments. Thank you very, very much to Hawke's. Yes, the musicians are very excited about that. Woo! Stick around. We have Ruben Neeson coming up shortly. But just while I get his sound working, Dean managed to sort out a local problem with the one and only Jenny Leong. And we have the interview for you from earlier in the week. It's quite an interesting story. Apparently the power was going to be off today from 9 a.m. to about 5 p.m. and probably after, but they managed to sort it out. It's great news, and that's allowed us to give you some music into your houses. Anyway, I hope you're having a great time and you enjoyed that set as we did. I think we're going to cut through to now to see the interview with Jenny Leong and Dean. Stick around.
Surry Hills Live. I'm here right now with Jenny Leong, the state member for Newtown. Thank you so much, Jenny, for joining us on Surry Hills Live. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be joining you.
Well, that's right. Everyone's sort of joining everyone in this weird sort of in-between, virtual space. But it's another great night of live music tonight. And coming up right after this interview, we have got Mann, who's actually streaming all the way from Berlin, which is another pleasure. We get to see musicians that we wouldn't normally see because they're in Sydney. But flashing back to before this craziness began, Jenny, What was the last live gig that you went to see in the real world?
Probably the last sort of festival I was at, which is probably the last thing I was at, was Heaps Gay in a laneway in Marrickville.
Yes.
Dancing and probably not enjoying myself quite as much as other people that were there, which is one of the realities of being an MP. But absolutely, that was probably the last time I was watching, an incredible amount of different live performances and acts, but also being able to see some of the great DJs that are around.
Jenny, I mean, Heaps Gay is a fabulous event, and who doesn't love that? And what are your thoughts about why it's important to have live music?
Yeah. Look, for me, probably one of the things that I find is most powerful about live music is it almost gives you goosebumps now, because we're just not allowed to be close to anybody or in large crowds with anyone. But to me, it's always about the closeness to other people. It's about the feeling of, whether it be a crowd of people all totally just silently listening to something, or completely going crazy and screaming and jumping up and down and to an incredible beat. Like, I think whatever that is, the people that are around it is what makes a live gig so incredible, and the feeling that the energy coming from those people is not just the performers, not just the musos, but actually the whole crowd having that experience together. I think everyone would agree that there are their early memories of attending live gigs or live performances in places sort of shape people's sense of what it is to go out and do that kind of thing, and being able to maintain that in a city where things are so expensive, where rent is so damn high, like all of these things are challenges. And I think that we have to keep that connection to community and to people, and that's what live music and, to me, live gigs are all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's so well put. And obviously
say that and have the visuals in my head of all these incredible different things, and then you're just like, oh, here I am sitting in my small white room by myself.
Yeah, well, hopefully this time in lockdown will go quickly, and before you know it, we'll be back on the dance floor, back in those pubs and things like that. Yeah. But seeing as we are all locked down, we've seen a lot of changes very quickly. What are some of the maybe the more wacky or more creative things that you've seen people do to get through this stage and to kind of stay sane?
Oh, look, I'd have to put a shout out to the DIY Rainbow James Breckney for running his own DIY Vivid in lounge room. If you haven't checked out his social media around that, it's pretty incredible. The other one I think is Johnny from the Dollar Bin Darlings has been doing live DJ sets from his lounge room, full with costumes and little kitsch routines, which is incredible. I think the other thing that I feel like is really incredible is how quickly people have just found other ways to interact and connect. So it's sort of the amount of dialogue happening through channels that used to just be like one-way communication. It has really increased. And I think, to me, that shows a willingness of humans to want to find ways to connect, even if we can't do it how we usually would.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, as well, you have all this thing of like everyone's at home, they're finding new ways to work, new ways to communicate. I've seen guys grow beards I'm like shocked, because I've never seen you in a beard, dude. Like, and you're wearing your tracksuit pants. Whoa, okay, let's start the business meeting now. So there's a lot going on. But of course, one of the things that we all are very grateful for is things like the essential services that we take for granted, like the internet, the power. We had a bit of a saga yesterday at Surry Hills Live. We got a note in our mailbox saying they're going to shut down the power in our part of Surry Hills all day today. Obviously, a bit of a problem, seeing as we're trying to do a live stream. A lot of other people working from home. But what was great was that, because it's for those watching this, I reached out to you, Jenny, and I said, look, we've got this, and it was so nice to feel, because I don't think we've spoken as people before. It was so nice to know that when you do have a real problem in the community, you can actually reach out to somebody. You'll pick up the phone. Tell us, how did you resolve this for us?
Look, there's, the amount of non-health related issues that we have seen arise as a result of what has been a massive change in people's lives has been huge. And, you know, while Parliament might not be sitting at the moment, we have actually been non-stop busy with like messages flooding in. Like I've had people messaging, you know, for help on Instagram, finding me on Facebook, you know, emails, phone calls, etc., at a huge rate. And part of that is just because people are like, oh my gosh, this is, as you say, with the power outage, people are like, I've just readjusted my whole world to work in this certain way, and I'm trying to plan and do my thing in this new way of working, and now you're going to throw this extra curveball at me, and it's like, no, sorry, that just has to stop. Right. You know, and I think if you look at that, then that is really, I think, you know, what has to be actioned. And one of the things we have is we have incredible people that work in the Newtown electorate office on a really practical level. Everyone that always says, oh, Jenny, you're amazing, you're great, you know, it's really lovely to get the compliments, but at the same time, I would say that they are, you know, incredible and incredibly skilled at being able to tell the difference between this is something that can wait or this really needs to be. And I think if you thought about the people in Surry Hills working from home, having finally adjusted to that reality and telling them, oh, actually now you can't have internet for a whole day, on your measure of like how much people will panic and how much we need to take that as a priority, it's pretty high up there.
Yeah, well, that's
you
right.
know, the good people in Surry Hills need the internet.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, we did have a contingency of like, we were thinking, well, we'll do it by candlelight and we'll like just share each other's mobile data and we'll just do it on an iPhone. But you know, come on, it's a little tough. And of course, there are people out there doing much more important things than me, anyway.
But it's also about the idea of, you know, there's a new flexibility, and I think it's really interesting to see this. Organisations and bureaucracies are not inherently flexible things. They are usually very slow to move. They are very set in their ways. They're very hard to navigate. What I think this pandemic has shown is that actually there is an incredible willingness of the humans that are part of that machine to actually try and be flexible whenever they can, to try and actually adapt and change where possible. So quite often you see, like with this situation with the planned power outage, it's sort of like, oh, we're just going business as usual, it was planned, whatever. And then, thankfully, there are actual humans behind the bureaucracy and the decisions of government and the decisions of corporations that actually can see that and then go, no, that's actually a really crazy idea. We shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah, exactly. Look, that's the thing. And I mean, you do see, you walk around the community and people are generally being really nice, really considerate to one another. In lots of ways, it is bringing out the best, I think, in our community, which is very reassuring. And of course, you know, you hope that those really strong qualities will rub off and will stay around long after the pandemic is behind us.
Yeah, there was a beautiful thing I ran past the other day as I was out and about, and someone had left 2 rolls of toilet paper with a sign saying, "We just can't cope with the fact that people can't get any. If you need any, take them. We'll just keep stocking it up over the course of the day."
That's nice. Isn't
And
it?
it's just like, that's, you know, it's the little things that give everyone the amusement as they're walking, as well as the generous idea behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look, crazy times. Well, Jenny, I know you've got probably a billion things to do. Thank you so much for taking time to join us on Surry Hills Live. Coming up,
so good to join you.
Oh, look, it's amazing. And again, just to know that you were there to help us the last few days means a lot to our community. But listen, please stay around, Jenny. We've got Mann coming up from Berlin. I'm sure you're going to love this set. It's some super cool grooves down the internet. But again, thanks, Jenny, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much.
Right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, we have Ruben Neeson in the house. He's ready to sing some fantastic songs for you. The sound check is sounding incredible. But we've got some good news as far as our GoFundMe campaign is going. Is that right, Dan? What's just come through? Some information? We have information.
Yeah, pretty much. We do actually have some good news. I don't know if you guys can hear me though. That's a bit better. Yeah, so people are getting behind Surry Hills Live, which is fantastic. We have got, who have we got here? Some very kind, generous people. Guy. Oh, thank you so much, Guy, for your donation. That is great. And Jenny. Oh, very grateful, Jenny. Don't know if that's the same Jenny. It might be the same Jenny that we just spoke to, that I spoke to earlier. Kate, thank you so much, Kate. Bryn, Amazing. You guys are awesome. We really want to keep doing the live stream beyond next week because, what else are you going to do when you're in isolation by yourself? So thank you guys. If you can, find it within your heart to chip in the cost of a beer, then we would obviously be very grateful.
Or $100, either either way. Let's give it up for Ruben Neeson. Woo!
How you doing? I wrote this song a few years ago when I went to New York for, I think, the first time. It's called Brooklyn's West. On a rooftop in Brooklyn's West, I became known as a fool. Looked to Manhattan where nobody rests, and realized that I'm nothing new. I turned 20 and you turned your head, and something inside of me knew love like ours ain't so hard to repress. When I'm lying there next to you, I fell in love with the water that divided us for all these years. There's a weight on my shoulders that lifted when I all my tears. And in the winter when you came around, I recited every word that I said. It started with a love like ours ain't so hard to repress. Then why am I lying here at the end of your bed? But I fell in love with the water that divided us for all. There's a weight on my shoulders that lifted when I cried all my tears. That was Brooklyn's West. I'm going to release that. I've got a bit of time to do it now, so I'm going to release that in the next few weeks, I reckon. This one's called Cut the Branch. I put this out, it's the first time I ever released, about a year and a half ago now. You can find it online everywhere. cut the branch from the tree. Cried when I couldn't put it back on. Walked away and tried to breathe. How was I to know it was the branch that you hung from? Could I be the beauty in your eyes? Could I grasp that one more time? Am I to question every word I ever said, just to sleep in the dark? Should I question now the glowing halo above your head? Have you done so much to deserve it now? Well, have you told them of your sins? Could I be the beauty in your eyes? Could I grasp that one more time? Am I to question every word I ever said, just to sleep in the dark? Behold my evil eyes, console my bleeding chest, take control and release me from your spell. Let me hear your wicked laugh, 'cause I could be the beauty in your eyes. I could grasp that one more time. I'd question every word I ever said, just to sleep in the dark. Just to sleep in the dark. Thanks. Shout out to Freddie, the greatest security guard in the inner west. Yeah, Freddie was the bouncer at the corridor where I worked a couple months ago. And to Kim Harnett, who is Caitlin Harnett's mum, who was on last week and never fails to call me Liam because my surname is Neeson. And Liam Neeson is a famous actor.
Who has the same birthday as your mum, isn't it?
Who actually, yeah, as we found out. And his great-grandmother has the same birthday as my great-grandmother.
Wow.
It's a bizarre world, yeah.
Fact checkers go nuts. Go.
Let's tune up.
Any other comments from the desk? How are we doing out there? You want to send us a comment? Tell us what's happening in your neck of the woods, wherever you are, if you're overseas or in town. No. It's all right. We ready? Should we go back to Ruben? What's the next song, mate?
Well, found out yesterday that one of my favorite songwriters of all time has just died from this fucked up virus, John Prine. So I thought I'd play a John Prine song.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
Called A Legal Smile. Don't know how well I'll remember it. When I woke up this morning, not very well. When I woke up this morning, things are looking bad. Seemed like total silence was the only friend I had. Bowl of oatmeal's tried to stare me down and won. And it was 12 o'clock before I realized I was having no fun. But fortunately, I had the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. Don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? Just hoping to have me some fun. Last time I checked my bankroll, it was getting thin. Sometimes it feels like the bottom is the only place I've been. Chased a rainbow down a one-way street, a dead end. And all my friends turned out to be insurance salesmen. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. Don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? I'm just trying to have me some fun. That's for all the John Prine lovers out there. I know there's a lot of them.
Yeah, one of the greats, Mr. John Prine. Very sad. Very sad. Sad loss. He was out here only. Did you get to see him when he was out here
Yeah, well, I
last
just
year?
read a comment from Kim Harnett. I went with Kim and Greg, Caitlin's parents, and Caitlin and Carl. It was a great night. What about you? Did you get to see him?
No, I missed it.
He was meant to be out here right now, actually, playing the Blues Festival this weekend.
Ah, of course.
But that was cancelled, and yeah, and this whole thing's happening, isn't it? Yeah, I'll play another song. What have I got?
Is your set list on your
I wrote
hand?
my set list on my hand.
Can we show
but,
that to camera?
It's rubbing off.
That's a song.
There you go. Writing as I go. I'll do this song's called Fill Your Glass. I put it out about, I don't know, I've lost track of time. 3 months ago or some shit? Yeah, a while ago. And it's about drinking too much booze, essentially. It's got a bit of a backstory, but that's the gist. Tell me, girl, are you still alive? Are your eyes still heavy? Are your feet still tied? I can't love, I should have told you, but you're better offline when there's nothing to lose. You feel your glass, you feel it again and again. You feel your glass when I'm talking to you. it seems. I'm not so opaque, 'cause you're doing everything but running away. You feel the glass, you feel it again and again. You feel the glass when I'm talking to you. All I smell is the booze on your breath. With your tired eyes and your smoke screen, you held on real tight, let go of everything. Now you know just what to do. You feel the glass, you feel it again and again. You feel the glass when I'm talking to you. All I smell is the booze on your breath. Thanks to Hawks for sponsoring it.
Yeah, I was going to say shout out to our alcohol sponsor.
Drink responsibly.
Exactly, drink responsibly. Drink mid-strength. Go for the underdogs.
That's right, yeah.
Do we have some more comments? No? Did you laugh at one through that song?
Did I laugh at
I
a
saw you
comment?
laughing at the screen.
Yeah,
Or
Carl, come in where there he is. Love you, Carl. Miss you. Oh, Greg. He better be smiling, yeah. I'm sure he is.
got a-
Smoking his 9-mile-long cigarette, John Prine.
That's right.
I was laughing at Nick Ryan, but I shouldn't. There he is. I've been playing a lot of Words with Friends in isolation, and Nick Ryan is a tough competitor.
You've been playing what in isolation?
A lot of Words with Friends. It's the
Cool.
it's the phone version of Scrabble.
Hey, yeah, how's that going?
Kills time, that's for sure. I just got back from I just moved to America, and then this shit happened, and it was real bad. So I came home with my tail between my legs, and been in quarantine with my folks, who I'm sure are watching, but probably don't know how to comment. Hi, Mum and Dad, if you're watching. And so yeah, we've just been stuck in. I've been out west in Leppington for the last 2 weeks, and today's actually our first day of freedom. Well, don't go out, but yeah, it's been the first time I've actually been able to get out of Leppington, which has been, it's been wild. Don't know how to hold a conversation anymore.
Doing
But yeah,
fine.
Words with Friends killed a lot of time out there, which was good.
Nice. We've probably got, I reckon, two more.
Cool. Let's do
And then
it,
we've
yeah.
got Ray Mann.
Ray Mann.
Mann from Berlin,
Live
calling
from
in.
Berlin.
So it's
It's exciting.
we've got with Ruben, Neeson now. Stick around, and we've got Ray Mann, Surry Hills Live.
I'm going to do a song called The Sound, which we recorded with the band a couple years ago. Julia Jacqueline sang some harmonies on this song, which was lovely of her. I took off and left behind my spiteful little face. You shook it off, but you could never stay away. Do you recall the way you spoke to me with so much love? How could I set you free? The sound is instantly stepped outside, drowned out by unfamiliar highways, drowned out by the next goddamn town. I held back, pulled away. Did you know I wouldn't stay? I chose myself, I guess. Did I do it in the wrong way? I witnessed sunsets. I tripped down by the lake. I watched it all fall apart, and I still don't know my place. And the sound was instantly lost as soon as I stepped outside, drowned out by unfamiliar highways, drowned out by the next goddamn town. Thank you. I'd just like to say how much I enjoyed Hunter or August Auzins' set before. Sitting back on the couch, it was bloody beautiful. Yeah, if you guys want to keep seeing these shows happening, there's a GoFundMe page which you can find in probably the comments below. And they're just asking just to donate the price of a beer, which is, you know, between $6 and $12, I reckon. Last time I drank at the pub here. But, you know, if you've got the funds to donate more, please do, because it's a great thing. It's found myself last week bored shitless, and it was nice to just kind of escape and watch Caitlin and Andy play. So if you've enjoyed it this week, then yeah, you want to keep it up. I'll play one more. My harmonica busted in transit, and I only have one, because I only use it in one song, and it's this one. It's called Moonlit Spell. Try to fathom my own wreck. Hold me to your chest. You've got me feeling like a lover again. Pretty memories call for me, and I pretend that I can't see. Driving under a moonlit spell towards an ended cheap motel. Sing slow through the stillness and moves in the dark. Watch time as it crumbles at the foot of your door. I've heard words that have never been spoken before. Trail of desperate sex, a lover's kiss on my lifeless lips. Fade my image back until you sat to my staggered step. I held a lonesome note to coax you into my cheap motel. I came to make you cry,
Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ruben Neeson. All right. I hope you at home enjoyed that fantastic set from Ruben Neeson and August Auzins from before. Fabulous sets from both of you guys. Thank you so much. Hope to have you back. We hope to have more artists back, like Ruben very kindly said, the GoFundMe page. Price of a beer, if you want to chip into that. Price of a beer, I remember distinctly when beer went from $3.80 to $4. I was at the Redfern, the Glengarry Castle in Redfern, discussing with some locals at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon the price change from $3.80 to $4 for a Resch's in 2006.
Oh God! Do you remember dollar pots, Rob?
Dollar pots. I'm not that
remember
old.
Dollar
mate.
pots?
No, I'm not that old.
Oh, come on! There was
Melbourne
dollar
thing.
pots. It was O Week or something at Melbourne Uni back in the day. It's how old I am, you know.
Dollar pots. Yeah, but I remember this day very, very clearly because one of the residents, this is where I used to live at the Glengarry Castle. One of the residents came downstairs and learnt about the price change from $3.80 to $4 for a schooner of Resch's. And he looked around, this is Pops, he was about between 70 and 200. Nobody knew how old he was, but he never said a word. He looked around and he said to the whole pub of about 6 of us, he said, I remember when poor people were skinny. And then nobody really understood what that had to do with the price of beer. But I still remember the fact that a schooner of Resch's was $4 on that day. So
God
anyway,
bless him.
God bless Pops.
Unbelievable.
I hope you're still there. Pops, at the Glengarry Castle. Hello to the Shakespeare. If you're watching from there and you're delivering beers to people and giving out burgers. I spoke to Rich earlier and Blair. Hello to you guys. You're doing a fantastic job. If you're in Surry Hills and you want a burger, go to the Shakespeare and get a burger and a case from them. We have Ray Mann on the line.
Man, I am so excited about Ray Mann. It's been a long time coming for Ray. I also am very excited to have Hawks back again this week. This patio, I know I go on about the patio pail every week. I'm like, the patio pail.
I love the Underdog.
But I haven't tried the Underdog actually.
It's great.
That's the mid-strength beer, right?
Yeah,
it's very nice.
It's really fantastic.
I love the patio, but I also love the lager. It's all very good. But we've got Ray Mann coming to us any minute now from Berlin. So excited to have him live. Shall we see where he's at, everybody? By the way, before we just do that real quick, because I can just see that Ray is just tuning up in there. I wanted to give a shout out to our latest donors. Marie has given us $20. That's a good beer. You get a very good beer for $20.
Where
Thanks,
are
Marie.
these $20 beers coming from?
Georgia.
They're buying jugs
as well.
Thank you so much.
Andy gave us $50. Thank you so much. And a bunch of other people. We are looking like we're almost close to being able to run this for maybe another week. Pay some musicians who are out of work. Wow,
That's
look
great.
at that. We've raised $630. Thank you, the people
Thank
of the
you
world.
so much, everybody.
Very, very grateful for that. That's amazing. Anyway.
You have to book some artists now, which is great news.
No, it's so
Great
exciting.
news. I'm stoked.
Because the artists are not being looked after in this JobKeeper either. A lot of the musicians don't get the JobKeeper. So let's try and give them a job instead. So Thanks, everybody. It's amazing. Alrighty, let's see where we are at with our dear friend. Let's go through the internet, interwebbies, all the way to Berlin. Are we ready? Okay.
Let's do it.
Are you there? Are we there?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey dude, how are you? You look amazing. Look at that setup. Yeah, can you hear us?
Thanks for having me. Sorry
Pleasure.
I was live. In this instance, coming to you from Berlin. Where it's lunchtime right about now.
Amazing. It's great to have you on the stream, man. Thanks for doing it. Yo.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having me. Surry Hills Live.
Having some technical difficulties there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hear each other during this set, man.
Where it's lunchtime right about now.
Yeah, we're just going to have to let you go hell for leather, buddy. Yeah. All right, what are you going
This is set up.
I don't think you can hear us.
Basically, once I get going, I won't be able to hear what you guys
Yeah.
are saying. So if
Can't see-
everything's
can't hear us
okay,
now.
if everyone can see and hear me all right, just please give me like a thumbs up or something. Let's
Thanks,
see how
buddy. Well, I'm going to leave you to it. All right, take it easy. Thanks, Ray Mann.
I see the stars and the heavens waiting. Heaven knows just what they're contemplating. As the sun sets in your head tonight, I can almost hear them pray. So much more than my imagination. Someone else's dream materialized. They may do all these, but baby to me, it's just another night with you. The sky may bleed, the stars may scream. It's just another night with you. Let the boss man keep on balling. 'Cause it's all I can do to keep stalling, to keep from falling while I'm recalling. Let the dogs of day keep howling. They may do all these, but baby to me, it's just another night with you. Gravity ain't failed, the air set sail. It's just another night with you. Oh, I can barely try. Oh, if I speak on I. Oh, just as long as you're here tonight. They may do all these, but baby to me, it's just another night with you. Gravity may fail, the air sets sail. It's just another night with you. The whole world we see might cease to be. It's just another night with you. 24 hours later, I'll still be waiting to spend another night with you. Hope that's coming through okay. Oh, it's all falling apart. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm coming to you from Berlin, and this song is about how, unfortunately, my language skills are still not so great. It's called Babylon. wanted me to take it all away. Now you're begging me to stay. My cause. We were on the same page the other day, but now it sounds like everything you say is in tongues. Babylon, we're taking trouble to the sky. Babylon, oh, oh. Babylon, let's stick an apple to the man. Babylon, oh, oh. I'm through with feeling powerless, letting others always get the best of me. The only way I can get them to stop is if I take my grievance to the top. Oh, 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 Babylon, we're taking trouble to the sky. Babylon, oh, oh. Babylon, let's stick an apple to the man. Babylon, oh, 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 oh. You said you felt the same as me, that this was just no way to be. We said we wouldn't take no more, we're getting locked out heaven's door. It's in our hands to make it better, only we can make it better, better, better. Babylon, we're taking trouble to the sky. Babylon, oh, oh. Babylon, let's stick an apple to the man. Babylon, oh, oh. Babylon, we're taking trouble to the sky. Babylon, oh, oh. Babylon, let's stick an arrow to the man. Babylon, oh, oh, oh. Thanks very much. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I'm just interacting with my elaborate set design over here. I'm Mann from the Mann 3, coming to you live from Berlin. I just wanna show ya, baby. I just wanna show ya. Give it up, baby. I just wanna show ya. Give it up, baby. Hey, I just wanna show ya. I got to let you know, yeah. Tonight I'm gonna show you how much you mean to me. Let me tell you, baby, I just wanna show you, baby, I just wanna show you. Let it go, I just wanna show you. Let it go, I just wanna show. Yeah. So what's on your mind? I'm gonna get to know you. Free up your line. I'm gonna telephone you, baby. I just wanna show you, baby. I just wanna show you. With your indulgence, I'm going to now do a song by one of my favourite songwriters and a favourite of many, I'm sure, Mr. Bill Withers, who recently we lost, a great loss. And I'm going to do one of my favourite songs of his, The Same Love That Made Me Laugh, Made Me Cry. Love is like a chunk of gold, hard to get and hard to hold, like a rose that's so soft to touch. Love has thorns and hurts so much. Tell me why must the same love that made me laugh make me cry? Well, you think of love as sitting on a mountain, think of it as being a great big rock. Well, you better think before you started to rolling down, because once you started, you can't make it stop. I've given all I have to give, but if you don't want me, I don't want to live. Tell me why must the same love that made me laugh make me cry? Well, you think of love as sitting on rock. Well, you better think before you started to rolling down, because once you started, you can't make it stop. Now I've given all I have to give. But if you don't want me, I don't want to live. Why you wanna make me cry? 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 You got me weeping into my pillow. Why you wanna make me cry? I'm just weeping like a weeping willow. Why you wanna make me cry? Why you wanna make me cry?
Woo! Amazing. Big round of applause. That's Ray Mann. Thank you, Ray. That's incredible. What a set. And we've still got some folks in the house here. We've got you guys. How you feeling? Hanging out? You see, we're on the stream, drinking the Hawks Thursday night. Bit of a delay. That seems like me in the background like 30 seconds ago. What's going on? Technology. It's a time warp. Anyway, I want to thank everyone who is jumping on to donate. Jim, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Let's keep Surry Hills live. Without further ado, let's hear some more from our dear friend, Ray Mann, all the way from Berlin. Surry Hills Live. Fantastic. Keep the live music going. Surry Hills Live. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Back into it. That's it, Ray. Funky. Guys.
I don't call my friends when I'm far from home. I just hook 'em up with the sailor tone with a all in key. I make such maze of me with the 1, 2, 3. Now I got the MP3 on the dial. Who would have thought not a very long while ago? Somebody said I need to walk and talk. Ring, ring from this here brick. Now this brick, smaller than my card ID. I'm about to lose it underneath my big car keys. Jing, jingle keys. Jing, jingle keys. If you never heard sounds like these. Jing, jingly keys. If you ever heard sounds like these, hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. At the first separation, it was 6 degrees. At the friend's celebration, it was 5 degrees. By the next damn occasion, it was 4 degrees. Jingling the keys. When my mess became a crime, it was 3 degrees. I put the sparkle in my shine, it was 2 degrees. By the time it was 1 degree, hook me up with all that's new. All that's new. All that's new. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. I'm destitute if I disconnect, so best make sure we pay social rent. But of course, you know, we can never meet, just defer result, perpetually singing. I don't really need no technology. I'm better off, you see. I'm free, yeah, I'm free to got the hunger. and grenadine on the fine. That's the coolest thing. Want the cool dice to define the flaws. But if you're missing the hope, can't be in the loop. So I'ma take her on the road, this cumbersome load, and hope the tongue can princify this toad. I know what will get me through. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. Hook me up with all that's new, all that's new, all that's new. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm Mann from the Mann 3, coming to you from Berlin. And I'm wishing everybody back in Surry Hills and everywhere really, that you're all staying safe and sane. This song is about
Thank you, Ray.
the summer I keep
Amazing.
coming back to Sydney to visit for. This is called Wanna Do.
Woo! Surry Hills Live, everybody. Surry Hills Live. Thank you, Ray.
It's too hot to sleep. I just kick off the sheets. How I wish that I know. There's something typical about you. I put my head inside the fridge. Relief beyond my reach. How I wish that I know. Something about how you feel. Is this how you feel? Hey, and I'll do all I can if you just tell me what you wanna do. What's on your mind? How do you keep it all inside? How I wish that I knew the trick to do that thing that you do. I'm all it's all day. I'm giving it all away. How I wish that I knew. This is how you really feel. Is this how you feel? And I'll do all I can if you just tell me what you wanna do. Is this the way I feel about it? Is this the way I feel about it? Is this the way I feel about it? What you wanna do? This song is called Morena, and it contains some Spanish that I later discovered was probably incorrect. So that's now 2 languages I got strikes against me for. Hope you like it. How did we come so far? How did we come to this? How did we come to be more than lying here together? Lying about it all. Lie and tell me that we know more than a wanna join me. Leave our troubles behind. Rather have you on my body than on my mind. More than a sail, join me. I hear what they're saying, but I don't care. Lying here with your skin on my skin. You got me so I don't wanna breathe in. So it'll just take me that little bit further from you. More than a wanna join me. Leave our troubles behind. Rather have you on my body than on my mind. More than a sail, join me. I hear what they're saying, but I don't care. I need morena. No tengo ni idea. Everybody thinks they know better, but I don't care. Morena, wanna join me? Leave our troubles behind. Rather have you on my body than on my mind. More than a sail, join me. I hear what they're saying, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Thanks. I'm gonna do one more and take another quick cheeky adjustment break over here, and it's one that I dedicate to my band in Sydney, because usually those guys have been starting this one up and making me look real good. It's called Feels So Good.
Thanks, Ray. Love it.
Feels so good. Feels so good to me. Feels good. It feels so good. Feels so. It feels so this morning, find there's no one lying next to me. Just the faintest trace beside me, where only I know someone used to be. I don't know how many times we draw the same old lines in the sand. I just hope and pray by this time tomorrow we won't meet again. But it feels so good. It feels so good to me. It feels good. It feels so good. It feels so it feels so good. It feels so good. Take two and we are right back where we swore we'd never be. Ducking cover, trading glances I am surreptitiously. I don't know how many times we draw the same lines, the same. I just know proclaim by this time tonight we'll both be in again. We far from ordinary. We far from ordinary. It feels so good. It feels so good to me. It feels good. Feels so good. Feels so feels so good. Feels so good to me. Feels so good. Feels so feels so feels so good. Feels so good.
Woo! Amazing. Thank you, Ray. Wow. Wow. What a set. And goodness me, what's going on with the desk? Surry Hills Live. It's great to have Ray Mann on. Ray Mann is going to be back with us in just a second. This is like a telethon. I hope it's not too tedious, but we are making great progress in terms of getting more live musicians on next week. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you to Ben. Big thank you to Ben. Thank you to Jim. Thank you to Marie. Thank you to everyone who is supporting live music in Surry Hills, giving musicians jobs. Remember, many of them don't get the job keeper as of yesterday. It's a little sad. It's incredibly sad why the politicians of this country and the establishment do not value artists. When what is everyone doing when they're sitting at home in isolation? They're engaging with artists. They're watching movies, they're watching television, and they're doing this. They're listening to incredible live musicians like Ray Mann. Please jump in, support the musicians. Hopefully we can keep doing this in the future. Anyways, I believe Ray is going to do one more set for us. Thank you, Dean. Not me. Not this Dean. Another Dean. Thank you, Dean. Just came in. Appreciate it very much on behalf of all the musicians. Anyway, without further ado, I believe Ray's got one more quick set for us, then we will wrap it up. Thank you to the City of Sydney. This is a Surry Hills Creative Precinct project supported by Music for Trees and, of course, JJ Splice, which is where we are right now. We have got Ray. Are you still there, Ray? What's going on, Ray? Woo! You still there, buddy?
Hey everyone, I got a couple more for you.
Couple more, thanks. I don't think you can hear us.
They're dedicated to everyone who's tuning in from home and supporting live music in your own way. Thanks again to the Surry Hills Live boys for having me.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks for coming down, buddy. Good to see you again. Thank you, Ray.
All the way from Berlin to you. between you and your one. It ain't me who's loving you. When you feel misunderstood, your lover ain't no good. It ain't me who's loving you. When the city ain't your friend, streets are all dead ends. It ain't me who's loving you. And when all is said and done, dead before it's begun, it ain't me who's loving you. We're all grown up, our lives about juggling bills and dreams. What I would give to be going home to you. Go home. Oh, 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 when you're feeling so alone, skin is not your home. It ain't me who's loving you. When your loving's unreturned, he just gets you burned. It ain't me who's loving you. And when all is said and done, dead before it's begun, it ain't me who's loving you. When playing nice ain't paying off, you just get took for all you got. It ain't me who's loving you. We're all grown up, our lives about juggling bills and dreams. What I would give to be going home to you. Go. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. As I said, I'm hoping it's all coming through clear, sounding all right and looking all right. I'm doing a bunch of online streaming stuff myself outside of this, so feel free to pop by and check out what I'm working on. Woo! Both with this and with some more electronic stuff, a bit more Berlin style.
Yeah.
Got a song to sing about everything you mean to me. I promise you this night, everything, oh, every little thing, always reside. In this very part of my mind, because I can't believe you're here with me, letting me touch you endlessly, indulging every one of my fantasies. And if we should only have tonight, I promise you from time to time I will look back on this and smile. 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 these things, they come to me. I don't have to say a word. You're feeling me. For example, I just imagine my hand between your thighs, and oh, there it is. It's happening effortlessly, just the way it was meant to be, just the way these things should always be. And I hope you'll try to forgive me if it gets the better of me, and I can't do nothing but smile, smile. Thanks everyone for tuning in for my my little set here on Surry Hills Live. I'm about to do my last one, and I wish you all a great time, whatever you're doing.
Thanks, Ray. We're loving it. We are into it. Big time, buddy. Thank you.
You're always being more than I can say. I understand each one a little more with every day, but somehow, somewhere inside, I'm gonna find strength to keep on. What can I tell you? I'm stupefied. You took one look at me, you read my mind. It's not the answer, it's not even a plan, but tonight I'm feeling just a little bit more than half a man. Your words mean more than I can say. I understand each one a little more with every day, but somehow, somewhere inside, I'm gonna find strength to keep on, on. I'm in the middle, it's such a mess. My tongue is tired, my hands can do the rest. And then you came out, lit a valley and lifted me above it. Now I can't see, it's up to me to do something about it. Your words, they mean more than I can say. I understand each one a little more in every day, but somehow, somewhere inside, I'm gonna find strength to keep on, on.
Oh man, what a set! What a set! That's Mann coming to us all the way from Berlin. Can you believe the solidarity? Can you believe the tenacity of people coming together all around the world to present live music here in Surry Hills when we can't go out to the pubs? We can't go to the pubs, but what we can do is have one for the road, a Hawks. Whether you like the Hawks Lager or the Patio Pale, I actually can't decide. I was very partial to the Patio Pale a couple of weeks ago, but really the lager's growing on me. It's delicious. These guys are local boys, like everyone, doing it tough during the pandemic, but they're still making the beer. Oh wow! Thank you to everyone who's jumped in support of live music. You can see behind me we've got a fantastic tally. Really, artists, musicians of Surry Hills, we appreciate it. I think this means we're going to be able to keep doing Surry Hills Live for some weeks to come, which is exciting. We're going to have some announcements through the week about what's going to happen next week. Don't go anywhere. 7:30 Thursday. Please spread the word. Please spread your friends. Spread the word. Tell your friends. I want to thank Auzins this evening for an incredible set. I want to thank Ruben, Neeson, and I also want to thank Mann. One more round of applause. I'm alone here in the basement, JJ Splice, in social isolation. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week. I'm Dean. The other guy's been Rob. Surry Hills Live, 7:30 Thursday. We'll catch you next week. Thank you, guys. Good night.